Hello, and welcome to our second part of our Google Classroom Deep Dive. This one is focusing more on grading. We are going to look at the student side and how they complete and submit assignments, and then how you can grade them both on your computer or on an iPad. We are going to start on the student side of Google Classroom so you can see how Classroom looks and assignments from their side. We will complete a few assignments and then submit them. First, we're going to go into the assignment I made called Double Digit Addition. It is in Google Slides. As you can see here, when I set up the assignment, I told it to create a copy for each student. So this is his own copy. He will work in it, and then the only people who can see it are him and any teachers of the class. When I created this worksheet, I made it so that the worksheet itself is not movable, so the students can only manipulate the text boxes I have added for each question. I went ahead and made the font a bright color so that they stood out to the students. Once a student completes the work, they check their work with my little reminder and they are ready to go back to the classroom to turn it in the assignment. Once they turn in the assignment, they will not be able to edit anything without resubmitting it. With that assignment finished, I'm going to go back to my to-do list and look at my missing work and do a quiz that was assigned last week. This quiz was created in Google Forms. Since there are some short answer questions, Google will not be able to auto-grade all of it. The teacher will have to go in to grade it, which we will show you how to do later. Just like it does with the rest of the Google Suite, it will auto-save, but that only works if you're connected to the internet. You do need to make sure you submit the assignment. This next assignment is a bit more complicated. It is a project with multiple parts. There are 5 things shared from Google Drive in the assignment. 2 are just resources, and 3 of them need to be completed. When I assign a writing assignment, I always create a blank Google Doc as a template and then have it make a copy for each student. This helps me monitor progress and assist with editing throughout the process, and I have access to them in an organized way. Since I am finished writing my essay, I'm going to turn in the assignment, and as you see, it says that I will be turning in all 3 components. After realizing that I did not get those other parts done after all, I will unsubmit and go and finish those Google Slides assignments. Then I'm going to submit my assignment once more. As the teacher, you can see all of the turn-in history for assignments. We are flipping over to the teacher account now to look at the grading of assignments on a laptop or Chromebook and on an iPad. There are pros and cons to both ways. It mostly comes down to teacher preference. First thing I'm going to do is go to Review. This is a summary of all of the assignments in your classroom and the status of them. You can look at all classes at the same time or filter by class. It tells me how many have been turned in, how many are still assigned, and how many I returned after grading them or because additional work needed to be completed. Looking at the quiz that our students took, I realized I messed up when I created the quiz. I did not have it set to collect email addresses of submissions, so that means that if I had more than one student submit a response, then I would not know whose test was whose. It is important when setting up a quiz in Google Forms that you have it collect email addresses and limit it to 1 submission a person. For this next part, we'll be grading the writing assignment that had multiple components to turn in. You will just pick the student that you want to begin with. Then you will see here where you can toggle between the students and where you can also click to see the different attachments they have submitted. When grading things in this nature, I will typically add private comments about each attachment that will only that student can see, and they will know what they need to fix if you let them fix. I will also put the score for each component here. When we get to the document, I will edit in the file and the students can see what I changed. This works great for rough drafts. They can get the option to accept my changes that I suggested or ignore them once I return the work to them. I prefer grading on an iPad as I can interact with the assignments differently, and I will show you how to do that now. The first step to iPad grading is to make sure you have the Google Classroom app on your iPad. What I love about iPad grading is that you can write on the assignments just like you would on paper. It then saves whatever you do as a PDF, so the students still have the original that they turned in, but then they also get a PDF that you have marked up. It is a great tool for communication. The main perk is that you just need an iPad and a stylus, or a finger, but a stylus is way more efficient. So if you're trying to get some grading done at home or before a meeting starts, you don't have to carry around a lot of heavy things. You just have to take your iPad. It also cuts out the ability for papers to get misplaced. Not that we would ever do that, but it cuts out the ability for that to happen. When grading or editing, I love writing handwritten notes to students. I feel like a more personal touch. It is a way more personal touch than just typing. When you tap on the submitted work, it will then open and you will see the pencil in the upper right-hand corner. That will open a copy that is able to be written on. Mark it up how you wish and click Save. Then you will see the PDF you did there with all of their attachments. Thanks for tuning in for this second part of our Google Classroom Deep Dive. Please let me know if you'd like to go over anything else.